Welcome everyone back to another episode of Battlefield 4 Debriefing. So today we are taking a look at the full customization you can expect in Battlefield 4. So we've got 4 topics to go through today, the first one being feedback from the attachments. Now, as we know in Battlefield 3, when you choose an attachment, say a suppressor, it will give you a small description box of that attachment. So it will tell you what it does to your weapon briefly. For example, a suppressor will tell you that you'll be suppressed, you'll stay off the minimap, and it will reduce your range. That kind of stuff. It's pretty simple and self-explanatory. But then in Battlefield 4, what they're doing is going more in depth with the descriptions, making in-depth descriptions for every single attachment. So going back to the suppressor, it will tell you again you'll be suppressed, you'll stay off the minimap, but it will give you ideas of what it affects on your weapon in the way of stats, accuracy, range, recoil, that kind of stuff. It's amazing and I'm really looking forward to it because such as red dot sights, foregrips, silencers, laser sights, you'll get a clear idea of what kind of attachments to put on your weapon for that kind of certain situation. So it gives you a better understanding, I suppose. Now, the second one is all about camos, and I have spoken previously about camos where we're getting over 120 different variations, which is absolutely insane. But what I didn't specify was what kind of things you could attach these camos onto. I think it's obvious that the primary weapons such as assault rifles, SMGs, carbines, PDWs, DMRs, shotguns, LMGs, all those type of weapons, anything you would normally attach as a primary weapon will have the camo option. Then we have secondaries. Every single pistol will be able to be equipped with a camo, even the shotgun as a secondary. Then we have vehicles which you can attach your camo to, as well as a small decal or emblem, just to add that little extra level of customization if you really want to go into that kind of detail. Next up is the sniper rifle changes, and with sniper rifles in themselves, they're getting a massive buff with high powered scopes, such as 40 times, 20 times scopes. Personally, I can't see any effective need for a 40 times scope, but of course with zeroing, it'll make it that little bit easier to snipe. Moving nicely on to the next point, which is of course zeroing. Now, if you don't know what zeroing is, then hopefully I can try and explain it for you. Zeroing is where you find a target, say he's approximately 150 meters away, you try and guesstimate that, and you zero the scope to 200, and you aim where you want the bullet to go. The scope will compensate for bullet drops, so you don't have to do that yourself. Of course, with 200 meters away, 200 meters zeroed, you would have to aim where you want the bullet to go, and the bullet would most likely go just above your crosshairs for that extra 50 meters. But if you got it right, then you could aim precisely where you want the bullet to go. Example, his head. But of course, guesstimating the range isn't as easy as it sounds. If you're someone like me who uses trial and error with sniping, you fire, compensate up or down for where you want the bullet to hit, then I think practice will make perfect with this. Stick with it and eventually you'll get the hang of it. Now, lastly, the last point is battle pickups. Now, these are weapons scattered around the maps, so you pick them up. You don't have to be, for example, the sniper rifle, the 50 cal sniper on Paracel Storm. You don't have to be a recon to pick that up. You can be an assault and then have a sniper rifle, which I think is really rather cool. The other weapons consist of the USAS-12, which I think could have frag rounds. I could be wrong about that. It could just be a USAS-12 with buckshot, for example, but you can blow holes in walls, destroy people, decimate teams, vehicle, boats, whatever you want. It's a massacre. Then you have a M32 grenade launcher, which is a revolver style grenade launcher. You flip out the mag as you would a revolver, and you put the grenades in just like rounds. That's awesome, but what worries me about this is, are we going to see the same 3 weapons, the 50 cal, USAS-12 and M32 grenade launcher, on every single map? I do hope not, because that'll become very, very stale very quickly. So this gave me some thinking time. Weapons we haven't seen in the base game, such as the M60, maybe a Desert Eagle, some weapons that might have been wanted, won't appear, some weapons that we want back from Battlefield 3 won't appear, so maybe why not include them as battle pickups? For example, M60, 100 rounds, 1 magazine, maybe a higher fire rate, more powerful, Then you could have weapons such as the Desert Eagle, a 50 cal pistol, an AA-12, weapons like that you might want in Battlefield 4, just they won't appear in the base game as fully usable weapons, just as battle pickups, which I think would make a very nice addition on Battlefield 4. Of course, do let me know in the comments section below of your opinions on this. Do you have any weapons you'd like to see in Battlefield 4, maybe as battle pickups, or just in Battlefield 4 at all? Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time.
Die, you bastard!